forms of life, when in fact it's been developing under our very own noses in the form of artificial intelligence in robots. This artificial intelligence has been increasing at an exponential rate and really shows no signs of slowing anytime soon. Soon you may be walking the streets, going to work with, or even attending church with a robot. First impressions are important, and from this first impression, you'll immediately determine a level of intelligence here. Patch it with the nail on the head, little kid in the book, whatever it may be. Intelligence is a sign of humanity. We don't really attribute that to other lower forms of animals, other beings, bacteria, anything like that. It allows us to claim rights over other animals, over people. But what about animals? Apes here, this guy looks pretty smart. They use tools to achieve a means, and they have a strong sense of community, it seems. They live together. Dolphins have their own communication. It's very complex, and a sonar system, which is above a human level of communication. Whereas computers, they have been advancing quite rapidly, from the Walkman to the CD player to the shuffle to now the iPhone. It's been a very, very quick progression, and it seems that we may be coming to a new age with that. What happens when we begin to compete with robots? Well, it's already happened. With Watson and Jeopardy, he beat 2 previous champions there, and pretty handily, it seems. Movies have already primed us for this leap in iRobot and Terminator, where the robots are smart, and sometimes you can hold a religious belief, whereas in like iRobot, you believe in the creator. Can they be spiritual, though? Well, let's assume that they can. There are 42,000 religions currently believed across the world right now. How do you choose what religion you're going to pick out of that? Well, factors that would play into the decision will probably begin by where you grew up in. Like, if you live in a Christian society, you'll usually grow up and be a Christian. Speaking of Christianity, 1/3 of the world follows this right now. So, would robots follow suit? Well, maybe, probably not. There's not much favor in Christianity in a robot's view. The divinities of God, Jesus, prophets, saints, etc., have no factual evidence behind it. And the miracles such as the breadcrumbs and fish, the dead man being raised, and blind man getting sight have no factual evidence or scientific value. Buddhism is another religion that's the 4th largest in the world now, 360 million followers. Pros of this, Buddhism believes that nothing is permanent, which robots would like because they're constantly changing, constantly becoming better. Cons are that human life is precious, death is inevitable, and they would not follow that. Animism is the thought that everything has a soul. The Ents in Lord of the Rings, I guess we associate with that. If this were the case, then robots would have multiple souls, since they'd be comprised of metals, different alloys, plastics, so they'd have multiple souls, which humans only have one. So would they think that they are better than us? Maybe. Could be dangerous. Scientific religions. Very factual, very logical. Robots would probably appreciate this. But science is ever-changing and variable. Light is no longer the fastest particle, which is possibly going to destroy physics, and 5 can't equal 4 by mathematical functions. They might not like that. What would robots want? Well, they wouldn't value faith, because faith requires no factual evidence in most cases. Faith is the base of religion. So what would robots want? Robots would make something to fit what they see in the world, much like early man did. Early man, when he saw sickness, disease, sorrow, they created the Pandora's box story to explain this. Likewise, when they saw the sun rising in the sky, setting in the west every day, they had to create a story to support this. And so the chariot sky, and you have the flood story. Early man saw oddities that way. So what would robots value? They would value equality and a community effort. A live for the greater good type of mentality, such as seen in social insects such as ants here. There is no selfishness seen in it. Hard work and even work is distributed and equal reaping of benefits. So communism. This would possibly play in the robot's favor. The communist platform believes in the abolition of private property, government takeover of land and redistribution of that land, government owning all industry and business, and to make peace with other nations, usually those with power such as Germany and the Soviet in that time. So would robots agree? I think they may. Robots don't need individual property if they're living for the greater good of one another. The government or overmind would use the land as best fits the masses. The government owning everything would maximize profit, and peace with all others. Why would they not? They have no reason to argue. They have no need for resources like humans do. So can you count that as a religion? I believe that you can. With religion, how can you deny them the attribute of intelligence? Religion implies a higher order of being, and it would be hard to deny intelligence and consequently all rights if robots do achieve this